here to fill you in about writing utensils today, things that are adaptive for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I'm going to go a little bit quickly today because there's a lot to cover and I'm rather tired. The first thing is that if you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, chances are you have hypermobile fingers, which dislocate easily and don't hold things the way they're supposed to. That includes all of, not only the fingers, but also the thumb and the rest of the hand, which can fatigue easily and dislocate and cause a whole lot of trouble. So because you need your hands to live, it's a good idea to protect them, but there are also things that you need to get done, like having a job, going to school, or just getting through daily life. Everybody has paperwork. So here's some writing utensils. Disclaimer, of course, I'm not a doctor. Check with yours. This is not a replacement for medical advice, and check with an occupational or physical therapist, and so on and so forth. First thing on the list is writing methods. If you're going to hold a standard pen, there are a couple of ways you can do it. There's the traditional way. Of course, I'm left-handed, so it's going to be backwards, but that's fine. The traditional way, of course, however you do it, probably causes you a great deal of trouble in hyperextension. Another way to hold your pen is like this. So you actually place it between the first two fingers and hold it with the thumb. That's not going to help the thumb if you're writing for a while. Another suggestion was to hold a pen this way, which doesn't hyperextend any fingers at all, but I tried writing like this for quite some time and just could not get it down. It looks like it would work. It works mechanically, but as far as taking notes long term, just didn't do it for me. But there are a few ways to write. It does take about a year. Well, it took a year for me to adapt to writing with the the pen between the fingers like this. But I found that there are some other ideas that are going to work a lot better. First one is the pen again, which also comes in pencil and has an eraser. The pen again is cool because it looks like a spaceship, but it also doesn't bend any of the fingers if you use it to write. Not only, but it's fun to hand it to people to see how they decide to use it. If they say, "Can I borrow a pen?" and you hand them this, they kind of look at it like, what am I going to do with this? But it's comfortable to write with for quite some time. It does take some getting used to. After a while, my hand does start cramping up, and I imagine yours would too. The other thing is that the pencil is a little bit smaller because it's designed to help children adapt to writing. But they're good. Pen again. They're about $4, and you can get them at Staples or any office supply store. Methods, pen again. Pilot Dr. Grip. The Dr. Grip is weighted. The pros of the Dr. Grip are that, and also that it's pretty lightweight, but it's got some beef to it, so you've got something to hold on to. It is good for writing for a long time. I find that it works for me, and it helps you maintain a natural penmanship. It's easier to use when wearing braces, and because there's a rubber casing around the part where you hold it, you can wear it with splints on your fingers, and it works okay. The cons are that it does get heavy after some time, and it is expensive. It's like a $10 pen. So that is the Dr. Grip. Another adaptation is to use a rubber tubing around a pencil, and that'll make it a little bit wider, and it also makes it softer so that you can go for a little bit longer and you can use it with braces. If you're like me, you have a loyalty to a pen. I've used the same type of pen, the Pilot Easy Touch, since high school, and I just can't let it go. When I got diagnosed, I learned that I wasn't going to be able to use regular pens like a regular person anymore, and it was really hard to deal with. Everything I've ever written is written in this pen since high school. But what you can do is get rubber tubing, which is soft and pliable, and then cut an opening down the side, stick the pen in, and voila. Now it's soft enough that I can write with braces, and it's also wide enough that I can write if I have a brace on my thumb. I can hold it for a while. The downside is that it takes a lot of getting used to. It definitely destroys your penmanship for quite some time to learn to get used to this. But you can carry this everywhere and adapt it to any pen, so it's kind of nice. Keeps you using the pen that you like without having to worry about the hypermobility that you don't want. So, rubber tubing. Any kind of nice wide-barreled pen is going to do a world of good as far as keeping your hands under control. With me, my experience is that I'll grip things tighter if I'm not thinking about them. But if you keep a wide-barreled pen, then it's going to be a little bit harder to do that, and you're going to know to stop. So they can be as expensive or as cheap as you want. The last thing is highlighting. I haven't found a wide highlighter that I can use and still get a good highlight. So I use a regular highlighter, and I don't use a brace, but I use a ruler, and that helps me keep it nice and straight. You know, a cheap straight edge also works as a good bookmark. So, there's that. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I won't be